one and all. Welcome back to the channel. It's me, your nomadic granddaddy, and we are here for some Horizon 5. That's right, we've got some finishing up to do with the playlist for the festival of what season are we in? Autumn. That's right, the Autumn Festival playlist. We've got some doing to do, so let's get right to it. Actually, first things first, we got to go to Mexico for this. Because we've already done the Hot Wheels versions. And if you're tuning in for Lego, I'm sorry, but we got to get through this playlist, part 2. If I've got time, well, and I don't think this is going to take too long. I don't think, because I'm actually an hour before I normally would do a Lego playthrough. So I think I'm good. I'll probably be able to get to Lego after this. So yeah, be patient. It'll all work itself out, won't it? Yes, it will. Be positive. Put the positive out there. It'll come back at you like a boomerang. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. So, while we're traveling to Mexico, travel over there on Twitch and select the follow button. And if you're watching on YouTube, travel to the subscribe button and subscribe to this lovely channel that you're watching. Like the video, share the video. Hey, even click on notifications so you know when new videos come out. That's a sensible thing to do, isn't it? Yes, it is.
Welcome back, Danny.
Okay, so here we go. I don't know why I just did that, but I just did that. Any day now. And boom. There we go. All right, here we are. Right, back to the playlist. Festival playlist and la 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 la. We've got a few championships to do and a couple of PR stunts. We've got a trap and a zone. And then we've got 3 championships. So let's just get to it, shall we? Let's just go to the map. Whoops. Didn't want to do that. There we go. Map it out. We're going to take all that crap off. Put that stuff on. There's no treasure chest, but it is what... Oh, look at drag strip right there. 70s classic muscle. I think I can do that. Why do I don't need to select it. We're going right this way. 70s classic muscle C-class. Now... The sad thing is I may have all my muscle cars built above a C-class. So it'll probably be a stock. It's probably going to be a stock setup would be my guess. We'll just see what happens. So we got 1, 2, 3. Fair enough. Let's get it on. What? Oh, look at... No, I got the GSX. That's ready to go. And the Camaro's ready to go. I got a stock Mach 1. I love the Mach 1. Oh, the Mach 1 is just... It really is a beautiful car. But we're going to use this Camaro because I believe the 79 Camaro... Is it the 79 Camaro that we got to take a picture of? Quite possibly. Quite possibly. Yeah, that was a beautiful car. I really enjoyed that body style for the Trans Am / Firebird and the Camaros. I don't know what it is about that body style that I love. Just the lines of it, I think, maybe. It's got, it's got aspects of a lot of things going on there with that car, doesn't it? It's got that... It's got a muscle look to it if you put the right tires and stuff on it. It's got a sports car look to it with the front end the way it is. And, it even has a little bit of that European look from the 60s with the back window and everything. So it's really got a lot going on in this car. And it's, I like it. Just looks sharp. Look at that. I mean, the lines are beautiful. I mean, not as beautiful as the Pontiac version, but it is what it is, right? And there's the Pontiac right over there. I've always been more Pontiac than I have Chevy. That's for sure. Uh, just because you know what, Pontiac has always put. They've always put that little extra sex appeal to it. You know what? Does that make sense? You know, there's a little bit of sexiness involved with a Pontiac versus a Chevy. Chevys are just kind of run of the mill, in my opinion. You know, it is. It's just a run of the mill. If Pontiac was still around today, I guarantee that the Firebird they would be putting out would be a little bit better looking than the Camaro that's currently out right now. Just my opinion, but that is based on historical fact. The Pontiacs have always looked better than their Chevrolet counterparts. It's a fact. Now, why is that? I wonder. Is it because the Chevys have always been the blue collar choice of GM? You know, I mean, Pontiac always went after that younger, sportier, that sport enthusiast type crowd. That could be. That could be. Uh, the you know the group that each company was going after is who they designed for, right? Chevrolet still is going after the average Joe, or Jane, or Joe Jane, or Jane Joe, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. The average person. How about that? We'll just say that the average person is who Chevrolet goes after. Well, let me rephrase that. We have to reduce that one more time. The average American is who Chevrolet goes after. You know, it is what it is, folks. I don't feel on the international board, Chevrolet really is terribly concerned about uh, anywhere else other than the U.S. And I'm not saying that's good, bad, or indifferent. I'm just saying it is what it is, you know. You look at a company like Ford, who Ford has always been, they've been with it internationally, to where Fords have always been, you have the U.S. Fords, and then you have the international Fords, right? It's the way it's been, you know, and they have their own type of stuff. We never, I remember back when I had a friend of mine had gone over to the UK. This is when I was very young. A young driver, I think, might have been. Yeah, it would have been late '80s, early '90s, somewhere in there. Anyhow, uh, and I had for my car at the time, Ford Escort, right? It might have been right after I had my Escort, but it was right around the time that I had my Escort, '86 Ford Escort. Uh, and the Escort here, it was just a economy type. It was a little hatchback type. It wasn't anything special. Now, I had a friend of mine who had gone to the UK and came back, and he was telling me that he goes, "Yeah, man, those Escorts are sports cars over there. They're fast. They're blah 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 blah." And he was obviously talking about a Kazi, but still, we never got that Escort in this country, and that's always annoyed me. Why? Why did we not get that car? You know, maybe because all the bank robbers and everybody I hear over in the UK are the. If you watch that little thing that they did on Top Gear years ago about it, it was the chosen car of criminals. So maybe that's why, because yes, the criminal mindset over here. which because we're playing a car game and this concerns cars. Okay, what is the fascination to the youth out there? What is your fascination with the Kias right now? That is like the big thing right now. You know, you have a lot of these young hoodlum kids, uh, who I'm sure aren't that bad. You know, they're just misled. You know, which we all are and have been at one point or another in our lives, right? They just require a little bit of better direction, a little bit of positivity in their life, and they'd probably be pretty decent people, in my opinion. But anyhow, the youth right now have this thing where they like taking the Kia. Is it the Kia Soul? I think it is the Kia Soul. They like getting a hold of those, breaking into those, and taking them for joyrides. But I'm sorry, it's a Kia Soul. What the hell? What the hell? Is it because they're easy to get into and easy to get started? I don't know. You know, I haven't uh, I haven't researched them, so I really don't know why it is that. But you know, it seems like lately all you hear about are teenagers taking these Kia Souls. So if you're a teenager right now and you're thinking about it, don't do it. Don't take that joyride. It's not worth it. It really isn't. Take it from somebody who's done that in their teenage years, and it's not worth the headache that comes with it. And let me tell you something, it's going to stick with you. It's going to stick with you for decades, and you're not going to be able to shake it. All right? I'm just putting it out there. I'm not going to go any further into it, but you know what? I've made my mistakes in life, and that was one of them. And to this day, that still comes up in certain areas. So, yeah, don't do it. Do something else. You know? Try putting your foot over your head. No, don't do that either. No, you might get stuck. All right, back to the game. There's your public service announcement for the day. Back to the game. Lovely, lovely. All right. Oh, we got the series. We got a series car. Oh, that's what the second one was. The 2021 M4. Now that should be a new car for me, right? I don't think the M4 has been offered yet. So I think look, we got two new cars today. That's awesome. That's good, right? Yes, it is good. Thank you very much for agreeing with me. Let's go to this. That is our championship there. We can't do that. 1970 to 89. We got to hit 122. Where is the start? Okay, it's kind of blocked. But we're going to drop right there, and I'm probably going to get, well, we could use this car. We could use this car. Real quick, though, let's look at the festival playlist to see, is it the 79 Camaro? I know it's a Camaro. It is the Camaro. All right. Oh, it's okay. Vail de las Reinas. I know I butchered that, and I apologize to all my Spanish-speaking viewers. You know, there's a taco joint that I go to for work all the time, and they're all lovely, lovely folks that work there, and you know, I always want to try what little Spanish I have, but I don't want to insult them. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to insult their language. You know, I say as little as I need to. You know, I will say hola. You know, and I know that's hello. But I don't want to go too much further because I don't want them to all of a sudden think, oh, he speaks Spanish, and then, you know, they start talking to me, and I don't know what the hell they're saying. Yeah, I think that's kind of rude, you know. So I don't do that, you know. Yeah. I don't think this is the car for it. I don't think I'm going to have the speed up to par. Might, I don't know. We got to hit 122, and I mean, it's dragging, and I've got corners to deal with. This just doesn't have the oomph to it. Oh, and besides, we're in a C class. It's got to be B class. That's the wrong car.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
That's the wrong car, anyhow. So we've got to go to a B class, I believe. Let's double check this. Let's double check. Yeah, it's a B class. What am I doing in a C class? You know, I'm talking to you folks. That's what I'm doing. I'm having a grand old time. I hope you are too. Yes. Make sure we've got the mastery done on this. Yes, we do. All right. So let's go back. I'm going to, obviously, because I know, we're going to go year, 70s. Let's go to 60s real quick. All right. Now, there's the tail end of the 70s. Really? That's the 70s. Oh, that's right on the brink of 70. Now we got to go to B class. Okay, let's see what we come up with. Well, that was foolish. 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and there we go. That's set up for drift. Right now, that's probably my top runner. Although the Porsche, that Porsche 5750. All right, the handling's a little bit less on the Porsche right now, but oh, that's got the speed. Wow, you know, I do have other choices in the Corvette. Speaking of a Kazi, right there's a Kazi. Yeah, the Monty's going to be too much. That's set up for drift. Oh, now we're into the 90s. You know what? Let's try the 8110. I'm going to try it. Just for something, you know, I hardly ever use it, so this will be interesting, right? Yes, it will. Now, the handling isn't there. It's a little bit less than the Porsche even, but I mean, the speed is what I'm after anyhow, right? Now, it's going to have to be a gradual climb. I don't have it. I don't have the speed on this, that's for sure. And we don't have the time to build it up to... Obviously, it has the speed capability because I'm at 150. So I'm thinking, I don't have the control with it. That's the issue I'm having. I just don't have the oomph. You dirty bugger. I'm trying to be a little bit cleaner with what I say and how I say it, you know. All right, there's our speed that we need to be hitting. I got this all day long. Bingo. Got it. Seasonal objective completed. Wonderful. We get the Volvo. Look at that. We completed it. Yes, yes, yes. I do like doing that. Okay, next up. Yeah, we still got to get the 3-star on it, and that's got to be 160. Which I'm not worried about that. Next up is, what do we got here? Oh, a D-Class 70s pickup in 4x4. Championship. Well, all right, let's do it. I should have something set up for this. I think I do. We'll find out. Otherwise, we'll have to go do something. And it's all sprints, so I like that. All right. The best thing I've got set up is the CJ5. So I might as well use that because the other two are dogs. Dogs. So let's just use that. I will upgrade it. Or I'll actually download a upgrade, a tune. I'll get a tune after the race. Hopefully I can stay in front and this does the job. I don't know. I should paint it red. See what the red, you know, I should. Actually, I'd like to do to this is I'd like to put the Daisy paint job. I wonder if somebody has to have done a Daisy paint job from Dukes of Hazzard for this thing. All right, let's hope for the best, right? I mean, it's not at its optimum, so that's what I'm kind of worried about. I'm actually going to have to do some maneuvering here. Getting caught behind the big boys there. I mean, this thing is maxed out. I am maxed out. See, the problem with losing your first race is then you're constantly coming back, and even though you may win the next two, the person that, you know, if they win this and they come in second in the other two, they've got you. So it's very important that I'm able to climb into that. There we go. And just maintain. If I can't get to the first place, we just got to maintain. But I'm reeling them in, so that's a positive, right? Yes, it is. Slowly reeling them in. We got halfway to go. What is that? Is that a Toyota? Looks like it. No, that's that's an old Land Rover, isn't it? That's actually one of my favorite. I use that for B-Class racing. I have a nice B-Class setup on that. Let them barrel through and slow themselves down. There's the shot I was looking for. Now I just need to maintain. Capitalize and maintain. Do not get caught up in the... damn it, I did. And I did that too. Dadgummit. All those little things, they do add up. Especially if you hit them in succession of one another. Right, I mean, geez, oh Pete's. The only thing that could have gone worse is if I would have clipped one of the solar panels in that section. But we're doing all right. We're doing all right. We do have water coming up, so that's the great equalizer, isn't it, in these things? And then there's that. Oh, no, we don't have water in this. It was a different course I was thinking of then. Good. I'm still going to look for a tune, though. I need something a little bit more zippy. I mean, I'm at 431. Oh, the Range Rover actually went down to third. Scout. Those Scouts, I do like the Scouts. Oh, yes. Okay. Well, let's get on to the next race, shall we? Actually, before we do... Oh, come on. Crap. Take the $1,000 off of these stupid things. Come on. It's an insult. Those are insult wheel spins, is what I'm saying. Okay. So, let's do a quick... pop. Let's check this real quick. Oh, look it. I finally found something I don't have a mastery tree on. There we go. Taking care of that. Let's tune this thing. And let's see what is out there. Do any of my favorite folk have... All right. Cesar, he's got, or they've got one. That's a C class. Oh, shoot. All right, Steve, what we got? All right, you've got one. And Lucky Luke. So Steve the Pirate's the only one in my trusted realm that has a setup. So I'm going to use it. Because I don't want to waste my time in going in and doing it a quick job on it, even though it's probably just boosting it up a little bit. Probably putting a turbo or something on it. I don't care. You know, I've proved... excuse me. You know, I just showed that I could do it base. The base setup. So, but it took a while, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get there. Was I? No, I wasn't sure. I'll be honest. I wasn't sure I was going to make it. But I did. So there. Okay. Right. Continue. Yes, we're staying in the same vehicle. Thank you very much. I'm not going to go de-evolve a Bronco or a Scout. Because that would just be ridiculous. Wait, do I have... I must have the Scout. Okay, come on. Load. That reminds me, I gotta get new rotors. Here we go. Trying to decide though if I need to get new tires before winter or not. You know, that point right there, that statement I just made should tell me my answer. If I think I might need them, then guess what? I probably do need them. Thread the needle there. I don't know if that'll give me a needle threading. Nope. Ah, crap. Oh my gosh, I just lost it all. That's not good. Oh, I gotta fight back. Gosh almighty, this is just killing me. This race is just one turd after another. And then you get that dead, I hate that. This, I'm sorry, Steve, but this tune, it's not what I thought it was gonna be, so it's not very, it's not good for me. You know, it does not mesh with what I'm looking for. And this is just is what it is. Is this the one I'm thinking of with the water? Yeah, the front end on this is just screw it, screw it, screw it, screw it. I can't. Yeah, I have to. I was doing better with the default. Yeah, remove it. Thank you. I can't do anything else other than that. Yeah, we're going to apply that. Thank you very much. Okay, we're going to go back to this. And I'm going to do it stock. I'm going to go bone stock and do it this way. Simple as that. Yeah. I do apologize. I mean, we were mostly through the race, and, you know, it's not something I usually like to do, period, let alone on a stream, but we have championship points involved, and, well, you know, it is what it is. And after all, you know, it is just a game, isn't it? But we have to finish on the points to get the points that we need for the season playlist. So I have to be able to win this entire championship. You know, there's principalities involved, isn't there? Yes, there is. Off we go, Avante. A little bit softer tire should give us a little bit better traction once we get off the tarmac. You know, I'm not looking for a miracle when it comes to handling, but it'll give me a little bit better off-road handling. May give me a little bit. There we go. Already, I'm liking this a lot better than it was. No offense, Steve, but we definitely are two different types of drivers. We have different style. And it's kind of funny because you wouldn't expect a D-class vehicle to be of any, you know, difference. See, even that jump right there, see how the softer tires, you're able to get back and almost get up and go right away, whereas with the harder tire setups, you're just gonna, it's like a dead stone, which really doesn't make any sense to me, because you'd think with the softer tires you'd just sit there, you know, you'd slam your rims and flatten your rims out, but you know, it is what it is. She keeps rolling. She keeps rolling. I'm sure some physicist out there has an explanation for me. And feel free to put it in the comments. Just make sure it's in terms I can understand. I don't claim to be a genius. There we go. Not the water I was thinking of. Oh man, that just cuts right through it though, didn't it? Yes. Of course it was very shallow to begin with. do have somebody on my keister. I just saw down on my mini map. Somebody's coming up on my backside. Alright, they aren't terribly close, but they're closer than I'd prefer. How about that? That just skied over it. Like an EP gliding, man. Ah, the days of water skiing. I would assume water skiing's much like riding a bike or anything else. It might take me a couple times, but I probably could get right back to where I was. But I'm wise enough now in where I'm at in my life to know that the repercussions of going out and attempting or even succeeding in water skiing, the repercussions I would feel days after, and the possible damage I would continue to do to my knees, it isn't worth it. It's just, here's the thing. As you get older, you have to come to the realization that, yeah, in my head, I can go out and I can do exactly what I'm thinking I can do. Unfortunately, and even though I try to stay as fit as I can, your body's got some mileage on it at this point. At least mine does. I've put my body through the ringer with a lot of stupid crap throughout my life, trying to live this dream or that dream and accomplish this or that. Obviously, I didn't accomplish it, but at least I tried it. That's a key thing, is I did try it, but at what cost? Fortunately, I was smart enough to stop trying to achieve those things before the cost got too great. You see what I'm saying? I did pay a price. I paid a price for trying to do certain things in my life, and my body is reminding me of that. And then you have life happening all around you at the same time, and unforeseen things happen, and injuries and accidents and whatnot happen, which take a larger toll on you. Okay? You don't go out in this world expecting to blow knees out. You don't go out in this world expecting to get multiple concussions. You don't go out in this world expecting to screw your back or neck up. It happens along the way. Obviously, the more physical things you do, the more chances you take, yeah, the more risk there is. But at the same time, doing those things, there's safer ways to do certain things, right? And the youthful I'm invincible mentality was what I had, type thing, that, oh, you know what, physically I can do this and I'm a beast and there's no need for me to take this precaution or that precaution, so I didn't. And taking certain precautions is what limits the amount of damage you might do to yourself, if you're going to do any damage to yourself by taking precautions. You see what I'm saying? I always had, in my youth, I had that bull in a china shop mentality, where I just, Hulk smash. Ooh, look at that, I can do that, hold my beer. It was that mentality, and that mentality did not serve me at all, other than, it has put me in the mindset now that I have now, obviously. Oh, that was a bad choice there, wasn't it? That was a really bad line. And unfortunately now I can't do a lot of the things I want to do because of the limitations I have created. I created those limitations in my life. Nobody else did, because I'm the one that made those decisions. I'm the one that made those choices. So any limitations I have in my life physically, that it's all on me. You know, I'm the one that thought it was a good idea headbutting a locker to get hyped up for a football game or a swim meet. You know, little did I know how many times I was concussing myself, and with each concussion you get more and more susceptible to the next one, and the next one becomes a little bit more and more. You see, it's so, yeah. I mean, I'm a firm believer now, that if you get a medium to severe concussion in something, then you need to stop doing that. Period. You know, and this, as somebody who's been a football coach and you know, weight room coach and everything, I am a firm believer, and I stand by that statement. Period. You know, and I've talked to players about that when I was coaching them. You know, when there was a couple of them that they got knocked pretty good, and I said, listen, you need to seriously think, and I know you're not going to listen to me probably, but you need to seriously think about this. And look at my life, look at what I'm dealing with. And from a concussion standpoint, look what I'm dealing with now in my life. You know, is this what you want, you know, 30, 40 years down the line? You know, if it's not, then, you know, of course, then they'd always stroke my ego, say, yeah, but coach, you're cool. And it's like, well, you know, I think I got that because I didn't, you know what, I never treated them like kids. I never treated them as inferior or anything like that. I treated them as equals. Period. You know. Yeah, I'll use the Alpine. You know, I treated them as I would want myself to be treated. You know, I couldn't stand coaches that gave me lip service or anything like that when I was younger, so I didn't want to be that kind of coach. You know, I didn't need to be their best friend or anything like that, but I was going to be kind. And I was going to be honest, you know. I mean, I remember we had, this is when I was in high school, our coaches had built up our opponents all week. Oh, these are big country boys. All they do is throw hay bales. They're going to be giants. They're going to be huge. They're going to be strong. Blah, 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 blah. All week long. That's all we heard. They're going to manhandle us. Blah, blah, blah. You got to do this. You got to do that, right? And so we had that. So we show up, and no offense to this other team, but my God, they were puny. They were not what we were expecting. They were not these huge. We were expecting, like, you know, like big farm country boys, right? That's what we were expecting, and we got, you know, we were expecting Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds, and we got the Nerds, right? That's what we got. We didn't get the Ogre, we got the Nerds. And I don't think they knew what hit them, because we came out. By the end of the second quarter, we had our third string in, and the third string was still dominating. You know, it's like, geez, oh, Pete's. You know, I had gone up in halftime in the press box to take stats, to record stats, and we were listening, because I was also helping one of our defensive coaches with spotting stuff, but we were listening to the radio broadcaster in the booth next to us, and it was unbelievable. This guy was like off the charts, didn't know what he was seeing, It's like, have you ever had a dominant team like this around? Come on, man. It was actually a pretty funny situation, you know. And it's those kind of memories that, you know, you share with your players when you're a coach, you know. I'm not gonna tell you they're bigger than you, they're better than you. I'm gonna, you know, here's the thing. Let's look at the film and you make the assessment, right? Just prepare. Just prepare yourself. Don't prepare for them, prepare yourself. You know. You figure out what's going to work for you, what's going to fit with what you know what to do. That's how you prepare for a game. Anything. That's how you prepare for anything. You prepare yourself, you know, for what's to come. You know, how do you handle a situation? Do you freak out? Do you get nervous? You know, get nervous in any situation. That's okay. You're human. Nerves are good. Nerves are good. They're there for a reason. All right. Either you're going to use them to build character. You're going to use them to be cautionary. You know, I mean, nerves are there for all sorts of reasons. You know, nerves are one thing. Fear is a whole different ballgame. Because that's when, you know, you can. Nerves are what motivate you, in my opinion. That's the motivate nerves. You know, to get past the nerves, that's good motivation, right? That's good. That's a good way to go. But once you let fear creep in there, fear is what's going to get you hurt. Anytime fear comes into it, that's where injury occurs. And that's my opinion, and that's also been my experience. You know. And that's where I began the mentality of, you know what, screw it. I'm not going to be scared. I'm not going to fear anything. You know. I will be cautious of things, but being cautious of something is not being afraid of something. Okay, caution is good. Fear is no bueno. Fear will get you hurt every single time. You know. Caution will keep you safe. So you got to find that balance with nerves and caution. And what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word I'm thinking of. I can think it, but I can't say it because I can't. Yeah. Anywho, you get what I'm saying, right? I hope you do. You know, and that actually transcends sports or anything like the competitions. That's true in life. You know, anything you go into in life, you can use that. You know. You know, because if you're scared in a relationship, then, you know, if there's fear in that relationship of one thing or another, it's gonna end badly. There's no question about it. You know, it's gonna end badly. I mean, obviously, you know, if you got hurt in a different relationship, you're going to be cautious. You know, and caution is good. You know, tread lightly into the next relationship you go into. You know, be cautionary. You know, embrace the nerves, you know. But if you're going to be afraid that this is going to happen or that's going to happen, then guess what? It probably is, because you're already setting yourself up for it. Does that make sense? I hope it does. At least it makes sense in my head and in my philosophy in life. You know, you could say the same thing about a job, a career, whatever. You know, once you let that fear creep in, it's just a matter of time when it's going to go bad. So you got to fight off that fear. You know, it's okay to have nerves. It's okay to be cautious, but don't let that fear creep in there, because with fear comes negativity. You know, once that negativity starts getting a hold of you, it starts festering and brewing and breeds. It breeds like rabbits. You know, negativity, yeah, that's the rabbit of the emotions, man. It breeds like crazy, and it breeds quickly. It spreads quickly, like a virus. So that's why I always tell everybody, keep a positive mental attitude the best you can. You know, doesn't have to be perfect, just be positive. Right? You know, you're gonna get annoyed. You're gonna get frustrated. You are. You're a human being. Humans get annoyed. Humans get frustrated. You know, humans get angry. It's their emotions that we have. We can't get past them. All right? We just need to understand how to deal with them and to cope with them. And, the best way I have found to do it is through positivity. And it may sound hokey, it may sound corny, it may sound whatever to you. But in my personal life and practice, that has what's yielded the best results. Bar none. And you know what? Everybody's different, so everybody has to find their own way of how to do that too. And not a lot of people understand that. Because what works for me might not work for you. It might, but it might not too, because we're two different people. You are you, I am I. He is he, we are we, So yeah, it. I know I went off on a tangent today, didn't I? Yeah, I hate when I do that. It's just part of me, though. I tend to do that at times. If somebody was in the chat right now, they'd probably tell me to get back on track. So I'm going to get back on track. All right, we're gonna swim out of the depths here of conversation, and we're gonna get back into gameplay. Right? Let's get back into gameplay mode. There we go. This little 110, I do enjoy this car. Never been a fan of it. I don't know why. Well, I do know. There's something about the look of it that has never been appealing to me. And when Alpine came out with the modern day version of it, it still does not appeal to me. There's just something about this car that, I don't know, there's something about it. I can't put my finger on it, but I just don't like the look of it. Yeah, that's all I can say about it. Now, I'm sure if I got in one and drove it around a track a few times, or on a course, maybe I'd change my mind a little bit about, because that's happened before with cars, to where I don't particularly care for the look of them, But once I get in and drive them, there's something about that car that really captures you, you know? And really, it grabs a hold of you and says, well, all right, I may not be pretty to look at, but by golly, I'm fun to play with, aren't I? You know? It's just, you know, that's why we should never, you know, that's why we shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Period. But we do because we're very visual. We're visual entities. You know, it's what we are. You know. It just, yeah, it just. There's just so much going on with this car. I just don't know where to begin or end with it. You know, it's almost, of course, this car is older than the 959 Porsche, but it's like, I almost look at it and say, well, you know what? It could have been, but it wasn't. Oh well, there's the championship there. And groovy for us, we get another win. We've got one more championship to go. Oh, and I just realized I did not take a picture, did I, of the Camaro? Ah! Oh crap. And $4,000 for that. Jeez, oh Pete's. Okay, so where are we at here? Let's look at our you know, there's a lot of all right, let's look at this car real quick. While we've got it, let's look at it. Now, of course, this looks like it's the Americanized version because of the bumpers and everything on it. You could probably strip that down. But a lot of it is the headlights, they throw me off. That little contour there on the nose, that throws me off. You know. It just, it just looks like it's unfinished. Almost like it was half-assed designed. Does that make sense, kids? I hope it does. Is that it? Did we do it all? We better check the list. Yes, let's check the list. Let's see where we're at. Got it. That's gonna be, those are gonna be done on Wednesday. I haven't looked to see. Do we get all 7 this week? Dirt race event, paint a vehicle, road racing, danger signs, challenge card, a blueprint and a Dodge, and Trailblazers. So we'll get all 7. We get all 7 of those this week, so that's good. Oh, we've got, all right, we've got the Speed Trap Mud Flows. This is it. All right, we got to hit 122. I'm just going to stay in this car. I am. I'm going to stay in this car. And I'm going to start right here. Because this is a 73, so that falls in the criteria. And we got to hit what, 122? Is that it? What do we got to hit? Yeah, 122 is what we got to hit. And I know I know this car can get up and go above that. So the question is, can we do it on this course? Yeah, I got it. 128. We got it. All right. Seasonal objective complete. All right. Now we've got to go to over here. Hold on. We got to add landmarks. Oh, landmark. There we go. Okay. It's this is where we got to go. So we're going to fast travel to that. We have to switch to the Camaro, which is it the 69 or the 70? I already forgot. I've already forgotten which Camaro it is. Oh. I am not well, maybe. Okay, it is the 79. Oh, 79. 79 Camaro. Check the mastery on this car. We're good to go. Change cars. Chevy. You know, I'm only going to be a little bit late with the Legos, so we're doing all right. 79 Camaro right there is what we want. Get in and deliver, please. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. So, you know, once we do this, then I will do my sign off for this. I'll be gone for probably about 5 minutes or so, and then I'll jump back in with the Lego Marvel superheroes. There we go. See, just like check. You see those little checks like that? We checked it off. What I want you to check off right now is following the Twitch channel and subscribing to the YouTube channel. Those are the checklist I challenge you with. And you know what would be a bonus is if you like the video and click the notifications there on YouTube, all that lovely stuff. Drop me a line if you want to. We can get a discussion going. Hey, all right, wonderful. So with that said, we're ready to drive off into the sunset, and I'm going to switch over to Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. If that isn't anything that interests you, that's fine. I thank you for joining me on this stream. I thank you for watching this video, whether it be on Twitch or YouTube after the fact. I appreciate that. And I'd also appreciate if, as you go out into this world, you just do your best to treat all those you come in contact with kindness, dignity, and respect. And I hope that all those that come in contact with you treat you with kindness, dignity, and respect. Keep that positive mental attitude all day long as best you can. And until we meet next time, please stay safe. And by all means, stay cool. Ta-ta.